Hi and welcome to my Playhouse, and this is a new camera angle. Okay, today I have a Dell server that I think that we should have a look at, and it's the R710. Well, let's go see what all the fuss is about. Well, here we have it. This is the Dell R710, and it has a nice little menu here, which is really awesome. That's cool. Buttons to press, always good. It has the usual split here for the product ID, serial number, and I don't know if there's any codes on there. No, MAC addresses, and yeah, serial number and service tag. That's Dell has these service tags. They're really awesome when you have to go find the drivers for your devices, which is also one of the better things about Dell servers, because you're not always sure that there is the same component in every Dell server. The R710, well, you might find some different stuff in. You might order 20 of these servers and you get 8 with one kind of component, and you get 6, that doesn't make 20. And you get 12 with other components in it. It could be the network card. They might have changed the chip or something like that. They're really awesome if you just have a few of them, because then you can manage something like that. But I do know a lot of companies has a lot more than just a few. On the front, we have a power on and off button right there. We have a couple of USBs. We have a VGA connection. We have this nice display that I really envy. I have only seen this in the very new Lenovo X3650 Model 5. They have copied this display, which is really awesome. So points to Dell for going that way. We have a couple of drive bays here for, these are SAS drives, I do believe. Is it, or is it just, nah, I think this is a regular SATA drive. Yeah, SATA drive. So a couple of regular SATA drives in this one, but it does also do SAS drives. And there's a couple of fillers, nothing in there. Over here there would have been place for a CD-ROM drive and something else. You could actually put in a couple of more drives here if the server was ordered with them. I don't think it was, so probably not. You open this, take it out of rack by using this. Cool enough. And that's about the front. Let's go around the back. Around the back, this server comes fully equipped. It has 4 network cards here, 4 network cards here, couple of 4 gigabit fiber channel adapters right there, and it has another 4 gigabit Ethernet ports down here. It also has a SD card. There is a 1 gigabyte SD card, iDRAC 6 flash card, 1 gigabyte that sits in there. Maybe it's some software for the management port in there, but there is the management port right there. So it comes with management, serial connection, VGA connection, couple of USB ports there, the very nice Ethernet ports right there. Then there is a power adapter. I do think that might be for the management port, so you can power the management port without using a lot of power on the power supplies. This is an okay good feature, which is pretty awesome. Oh, that was a lot shorter than I thought. 870 watt power supply. That is tiny for 870 watts. I must say, that's very compact. Oh, how does that go in? That goes in that way. Check. Each. So 2 of those for redundancy. And well, there was a power plug, and there is a light indicator for the, well, I don't know where you press that on the front. Probably in the menu you can power that to see which server you're working on. And then there's a button. That might be the same thing to make it light up on the front. Not totally sure about that. I'm sure Someone will help me in the comments. What is this button? Let's go into the server and see what we got. Open sesame, right? Rich. Oops. Smashing my camera, that's not a good thing. Okay, we have some explanation about things here. Awesome. We have the front view. That's not the front we have. That's not even the front we have. It doesn't seem to have the front we have. It's closest to this one. Apparently it comes with 2.5-inch hard drives as well. And it comes with 3.5-inch hard drives. A rear view of what everything is there. System ID. Do we find the button somewhere? Not really. There's something about changing the fans, power supply, hard drives. There is a locking mechanism for the... Oh, yeah, I don't have the cover for it. There's a cover available so that you're not able to get into the server. There is how to put in a second CPU, CD-ROM drive, hard drive, power supply, system board, taking system board out, taking the fan assembly out, putting in RAM. Could that be the RAID controller? It might be the RAID controller. Hard drive, backplane of the hard drive, okay, and RAID controller, and yes, it's RAID. Oh, it says it over here, backplane, DIMMs, system board, CPU, heatsink, DVD drive, fan cage, PCI card. Okay, there is helpful information on the back of the cover. So here we have the R710, and this one has been used for booting on an SD card. So there is an SD card right there, 1 GB SD card to boot ESXi 6 point something. I'm not sure which ESXi version this has been used for, but this is how it looks. I think we will go back to the tripod now. Okay, we have a plastic cover here, a muffler, and that hides the 2 CPUs and some RAM. There is 4 blocks on each side. It seems like this server comes with a total of, what does that make? 16 blocks. 8 on this side. Oh, 18 blocks. So there are 18 blocks of memory for 2 CPUs. Let's take the fans out. I just saw that on the front that you could do that, so let's do that. Give a better view here. This looks very similar to what I've just been looking at in a Lenovo server, like this backplane here. That's the same connection. I would like to see that. Let's try and take that out. Oh, I might have to take the drives out first. Okay, backplane of the hard drives, 4 drives, rather simple this one, but well, the power plug looks very similar to what I just found on a Lenovo server. This one is from the Lenovo X3650 Model 2, and if I'm not much mistaken, that's the same plug. Oh, I am a little bit mistaken, that doesn't fit in there. But damn, is that similar? Very. Okay, we had a good look at that. That wasn't going for that, but cool. Apparently, if you need the 2 last drives over here, you need one that is a bit longer than this. So let's see if we can plug this back in. This little board here is mostly for the display up here and for the VGA connection and the power on and a couple of USB connections. And also you can put in a USB stick here to boot on, and that can be sitting right there. But right next to it is this bootable SD card that also plops in right there, and it actually connects just over here, so it's probably a USB device, and it looks like something extra that you can get for this server. When you go to Dell's homepage and order a server like that, that's some of the options that you can add. So that's cool enough, nothing wrong with that. It's some really big heat sinks on this beast. Just try and pop one of those up. This must be a one size fits all. It looks like it must be good for 150 watts, 130 watts or something like this. The server is able to do the E5500 series and the E5600 series of the Intel CPUs. So that's pretty awesome. It's kind of the same generation as the Lenovo X3650 model 2, 3-ish. Because the 2 and the 3 is also able to do that 2 generations of the Intel CPUs. We have some RAM in it. I do believe this is rather big RAM. Yeah, we have some 8 GB blocks in this server. Awesome, so that means that there is 64 gigs of RAM in here. And this is 10,600 R. I think this is 1333 megahertz RAM. I would have to look that up, I'm not totally sure, but well, 64 gigs of RAM in the server. Awesome. The 2 power supplies comes out here. There's a little key thing here. I'm not sure what that is for. That's for iSCSI 4. Okay, but that is sitting there behind the CPUs. So that's about it for that part. The fan assembly goes down here, so there is a connector for some DVD power thing right there. It says that DVD GPU power. Not totally sure what that is. There's some USB, but otherwise all of this is occupied by the fan assembly that I took out. So let's go around the back and see what connections we have back there. Here we are. Let's try and get some of these out. Let's see if we can get some riser cards away. Okay. It seems that that doesn't go straight up, so we're gonna take some of these cards out, and here is the rate controller. That's definitely another connection that I'm used to. Okay, it did not want to leave there quietly. Well, that's the RAID card. I don't think this is anything special. I do believe this server has been meant for ESXi 6.0, so probably the very cheapest card of the cheapest. An LSI card with some weird connections. Okay. Not very usable for anything else. So, But now we can see what's underneath. Maybe we can take this out as well. Doesn't look like they want us to tamper with that. They've screwed it in. How rude. But there is 3 PCI Express ports. One of them is for the RAID controller, 2 others. were used for these network cards, so they were there. Down here we have the management card. Let's see if we can take that out. It's probably mounted with a, yeah, it's like a daughter board. Okay, there is not much on it. There's a little bit of electronic beneath there, and there is this SD card right there. So that's nice. And there's, okay, that's for pressing here to put that down into the motherboard. So probably this is what you buy when you want to put on a management card. So let's plop that back down. Okay, that is back down. Nothing else right there. Let's plug some of these out as well. These are fiber channel cards, 4 gigabits. Not much down there, right? But this card seems to, yeah, that comes out. I'm guessing the chipset driver is down there. Otherwise there is not much at all. There's a couple of chips for the LAN connections right there. On this thing there is also nothing. Okay, let's plug that back in. I broke the connector. Damn. Who the hell came up with this crap? You got to be kidding me. Okay, got it. So what do we think about this server? Well, I have a few good points. One of the good points is I really like 3.5 inches hard drives. That's awesome. I didn't get the model where there were 6 of these. I would have liked to play with that. 6 3.5 inch hard drives in a server this new would be really awesome. There's only 4 in this one. I really like the display that the Dell PowerEdge R710 comes with. It's really cool to have some more information coming out right there. So that's really cool. The fan assembly in here, I really like that too. It's very similar to systems I'm used to, so nothing bad about that. Also, I really like the option of both booting from USB stick and the SD card, even though this, I'm pretty sure this is an extra option, but I really like this. This is cool. This is very cool. I do not like these connections. These old, it looks like old SCSI connections, and they're also used down there. I don't like those. That's a minus. The CPUs and the CPU fans, great, no problem there. Power cable and stuff, good, no problem. The backplane, also pretty awesome, no problem there. Looks really thick. That's a really well built right there, no problem whatsoever. System board looks good. Power supply, these are some beefy power supplies. 870 watts, very nice. I hate this assembly, how they came up with this. Like, I was not able to take this apart. I might be stupid as hell, but well, release. Yeah, they didn't help me much there. I'm not gonna try and break that. It might be something really, it's meant to be taken apart because there is a socket for it down there, but well, other than that, There is no power for putting in a GPU here. I don't see how you should do that. So that's a big minus. The SD card here for the management board. I do not know how that works yet, but I'm guessing that you can put the management software on the SD card. Maybe. I'm sure someone really brilliant will tell me I'm an idiot in the comments, but that would be good if that was the case. Otherwise, there's not a hell lot in here. It's a pretty boring system board. Well, there is a lot of things, just not a lot of things to tamper with, which might be good, it might be bad. Oh, this one was okay, but not as good as the Lenovo ones where all of this comes out. Just take that out and plops back in. Here you have to take the cards out first and then you can plop out the riser card. But it's okay that the card comes out, I like that. Well, that was my overview of the Dell PowerEdge R710. Never seen this one before, so I thought that I should have a look at it and go through the different components with you. Well, maybe you have seen this before. I hadn't seen this before, so you were along the ride when I took this apart and had a look at it for the first time, really. Well, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again. And maybe we'll do something more with this Dell server now that I actually have it. Have a really nice day. Bye bye.